What's up? Absolutely no one. I am way too old for this, and I've been seeing on YouTube a lot of people talking about, their most expensive games or ones that are really hard to find. And I wanted to have a little change of pace and show you guys games that are relatively cheap right now, but that I think are going to be harder to find in the future. I'm not sure in the near future or if it's right after the 360 store closes, which is wow, it's coming up fast already. It's like 3 weeks out from when I'm recording this. Or maybe a year down the road, or maybe for the next console cycle, who knows? But I feel like these are games that are definitely worth picking up at the price point that they are now. And these are all games that I found in the wild. So there are still out there, which it's kind of fun to actually go out and find them in the wild still and not have to order everything on eBay. So I guess let's start. First one I want to talk about is Infinite Undiscovery. Now, this is a Square Enix game, and just from the studio alone, this is probably going to become pretty popular or more desirable in the future. Now, this game I actually found in my local game store, and it's funny how much has been passed around. It has 35 here, has 10 over here. I think that's the actual price that I paid for this game. And yeah, oh yeah, I still have those. Like keeping those. Yeah. Yeah, I charged $12. I bought a couple of those. Came with the manual and everything. That's in great condition. I like these 2 discs. Games feel like I'm really getting my money's worth getting 2 discs. Now this is a game that I haven't played yet, but I'm looking forward to. I've heard decent things about it, and I really want to try all these old 360 games that passed me by when I was younger. And this is one that is going to get harder to find. I already see that it doesn't have a ton of copies on eBay, which is a good scale to see like how rare it is. Like if there's less than like 100, it's pretty rare, and if there's less than 50, it's very rare, and if there's less than 20, it's probably going to be a pretty expensive game. But this one is still within the lower than 30. I'm pretty sure you could find this game for lower than $30 still. So this is one that I would definitely. I got it in a little early, but it still hasn't gone up as many as other games, and I think this one has the opportunity of becoming pretty desirable in the future. And that's the first one. The second game I want to talk about that I think is going to be rare in the future that's still cheap is Uncharted Arms. Now this, I heard is a pretty good game. Like everything that I've seen about it, it's very cool, and it's Ubisoft, so at least it has some money behind it. And this game is actually interesting because this was actually a From Software game, so it has the double whammy. It has the two well-known studios going for it, and not a lot of these games made it over from Japan back in the day, so I'm pretty sure that they didn't send over their trash. So this is probably a really interesting game to get into. I've seen some of the gameplay. This one, which I haven't played very many games like that, but I am interested in getting into the genre. But this is a game that probably right up my alley. That's only on Xbox 360. These two are only on 360, and the third game that I'm going to talk to you about is on PS3 also, but it's also one that I don't see very many copies of, and that is Deadliest Warrior Ancient Combat. Now, as soon as I saw this game, I recognized that I remember watching the old episodes. I used to love the old episodes of the ninja versus the knight, or the gladiator versus the samurai. Like it was a pretty cool premise for a TV show, and that they actually made a game. I had never heard of this. So when I saw it, and then I think when I picked it up, there was probably 50 or 60 copies. Oh, ooh, this has 2 discs in it. What's this? Oh, it comes with a. Oh, I don't want to. I'd rather put the 360. This is just a DVD, I guess. I'd rather have the game in here. I gotta find some of these two holder two holder 360 cases. That's cool. I didn't even realize it came with. That's how I haven't even opened it yet. It's cool. It comes with DVD and everything. But the gameplay on this looks pretty good. It looks like a 3D fighting game, almost like Soul Calibur almost. And this is one that I definitely am looking forward to whipping my besties button since the Marvel vs. Capcom announcement. We've been really getting into fighting games, and a weird, obscure fighting game like this, right up my alley. This is one I'm definitely gonna pop in soon. And it's funny, it comes with the DVD, so I might catch an episode of Deadliest Warrior to go with it to get the bullet pumping. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to. That's fine. I still got the receipt. Yeah, these two I got from the same spot. It's funny how the prices on these are all over the place. But this one I had to order from eBay. This one is really hard to find in the wild. But these are just some games that I think are going to be more desirable in the future that you can get for pretty decent right now. I think these three games you can find under $30. Except for this one. This one has a weird variant that I just recently found that, of course, my piqued my collector's interest. I think it has some kind of graphic novel or some kind of booklet or something. So that one I might check out. But for right now, these are pretty cheap 360 games that not a lot of people talk about that I think are going to be more desirable in the future. Do with that as you will. We've been through a lot, guys. We survived two once in a lifetime economic collapses, a worldwide pandemic, freaking Kobe died, and now we have to endure the 360 store closing, guys. It's the end of an era, like the end of a generation. A piece of me died yesterday that I'll never get back. So if you see any flags flying at half staff, you know why, guys. RIP 360. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me, and I'd appreciate if you guys subscribed. I'm pretty new to this, so I'm still getting my feet wet. I'm trying to see exactly what the community is going to treat me like. But I appreciate it if you guys subscribed in case in case I get lost to the ether and YouTube never recommends me to you guys again. We might never speak again. But if that's the case, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I am way too old, and I will see you next time. Peace.